Hi, this is Dave Katz with Therapist Consultants, and I have a tip for you. You know, last week we talked about staying relevant or you'll be relegated to old. Well, I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. How do you stay relevant? That's the question. How do you stay relevant? We know we should have better dress. We know we should have our vocabulary up to date. We know we should stay current with computers and electronics. We know we should stay up to date with social media, even the minor social media groups. We know we should have good posture. And we know we shouldn't get too dogmatic because you tend to do that as you get older. Now, what can you do to keep yourself from being relegated to old? Number one is just notice the trends around you. The trends are there and you'll see them. And the second thing you need to do is listen to your family and friends because they'll tell you where you're relevant and where you're being relegated to old. So I have a story I want to share with you. My son came to me 20 years ago, and I was sitting at my desk. We worked in the same business, and he said, "Dad, what's the number 2?" And he asked me about a business. Well, it was 20 years ago. I opened my drawer, pulled out my telephone book, and told him what the number was for that business. And as he left the room, he smiled and glanced over his shoulder. We have a very good working relationship. He smiled, glanced over his shoulder at me, and said, "You must be the last person in Tulsa, Oklahoma to use a telephone book." Well, I didn't want that to happen, so I started getting interested in the computer, and that's where we're at today. This is Dave Katz. I'd like you to remember to stay relevant, listen to your friends, look at trends. It costs only 50 cents more to go first class. This is Dave Katz. Thanks for listening.